Yep, it's official. We so basically ever since I've heard about this direct that happened, which my friend, Mr. Meme Man, told me about this direct, and I thought, hey, maybe I should show it off to everyone else. You know, just in case if they're curious about whatever I'm about to show. So basically this Pokemon Direct it's happened today and you're not gonna believe what just happened, what I've just seen. So this is kind of it's like a reaction video, but let's just see it. Let's begin. All the constant generations. I actually never, surprisingly enough, I've never seen some of these before. Especially Gen 1. I've never been into the old classics, funnily enough. This is just interesting. Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second. Some of these are actually rather interesting, and some of them I have never seen before, and this is actually rather interesting to me. So this is like a first surprise to me, which shocker, I've never felt this surprised seeing it before. That's Gen 2, Gold and Silver. I've kind of heard this, like, I've seen this from somebody's video. Is that somebody mentioned that there used to be a thing with, the Japanese people kind of using, like, these phones that you could technically kind of, use it to, like, trade or etc. But however, there are some things that just, like, cost a fee, but it's, like, it's been, like, over there, like, a year. But that happened, like, years ago. So, fun fact for that. This is Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire. Okay, now that's actually interesting. I've never expected this before. Since when did they start making cables? Like, this is actually rather interesting to see. It's going to develop. I kind of used to see part of Gen 3, but not entirely. When I was like maybe like 5th grade, I think. But I was at someone's house. It had Fire Red, Leaf Green, which I technically this is like the first remake game for Gen 1, and then Emerald's like technically just like another Gen 3. Oh, it's Pokemon Dungeon thing. Interesting. Showing different Pokemon. This is Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl. And then they have Platinum, which involved Giratina. The Infernape. See? And they had a remake for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which I've heard is used to be like one of the best games they've ever actually made. And I actually have Heart Gold, which I'm doing a challenge on my own. That was interesting. Black and White, the first version. They, fun fact, for Pokemon Black and White, And this is the same case for Black 2 and White 2, which White 2 was actually my first Pokemon game I've ever played in my ever since I was like 5 or 6 years old. Which they introduced a thing called rotation and triple battles, which is rather interesting if you want to see it. That's the mystery gift stuff. Dream Radar, which kind of introduced some of them having like the Dream World hidden abilities. Now that's interesting. Huh. Why do I feel like? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure what that game is, but that was it. I'm curious what that is. QR codes. And then this is Gen 6, X and Y, where they introduced the 3D models. Okay, this is like another fun fact. Omega Ruby was actually my second Pokemon game I've actually gotten. I've seen most of X and Y. I kind of feel a little disappointed watching it, but at the same time, I guess it's interesting. But Omega Ruby is actually like my second Pokemon game I've actually played on my original 3DS. It's pretty fun, and I kind of enjoyed it, but I'd never beaten the game back then when I was younger. Yeah, this is a thing for the 3DS when you're doing arcs. This is the Pokemon tournament. And it's on mobile. And this is when, this is when this is. And it's still pretty popular. And this is Gen 7, Sun and Moon. And then they have Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Technically, they introduced both, which they have Z moves, but they also have Megas. And for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee was actually the first Switch game of Pokemon to be introduced. The Magikarp. I apologize if this is bad audio, but I apologize if this video is having some bad audio. It's normal. But this is, if you guys have never seen Detective Pikachu, I wouldn't say it's bad. I think it's decent overall. The Voltaco. And then, nowadays, well, 2019 to 2021, nowadays we're just using Sword and Shield, which is awesome. G-Maxes. This is when they introduced the mechanic of Dynamax and G-Maxes. Okay, that's interesting. This is the Isle Armor. This is the anime. I've only seen like a couple of, I've seen a couple of them. Mostly I've seen the recent one, which was like the Arctozolt and Dracovish. It's actually kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Oh, that's the Post Malone thing, I think. Rayquaza. It's been going on for such a long time. I know this is boring, you could skip it if you want. Now, before I go any further to where we get introduced to a very special trailer, there is spoilers alert. If you don't want to see if you don't really want to see any spoilers, I suggest that you may want to stop at this part of this video. But if you want to continue on with the video and want to see the trailer of this special game coming on that's actually about to come out, I think, like maybe this year or maybe if it's possible 2022. But however, um, you are warned. So I'm sorry if you do not want to see any spoilers. You can see it yourself if you want. But let's get on with it. Alright, and I have to skip it over so we can go and make it to this part. This is the thing I was talking about. Ready? Gen 4. Diamond Pearl. Get ready. We made it. That is the surprise I was meant to show. Not gonna lie, I kind of feel a little off of this, but I like it. Now, I'm gonna have to pause this for a second because I feel something about this game feels a little off for me, just seeing it. You know, honestly, when I was watching it, just seeing it, it felt a little odd, but at the same time interesting. Because at first, I thought it would be like just similar to Sword and Shield with the design. But no, it's actually a lot more different. These characters look, well, a lot more of chibi characters. I hate saying it, but that's what they make me feel like. It does bring back the Gen 4, but at the same time, it feels like it's like they're made to chibi versions. But I kind of like it. It feels different, actually. It really feels different. Brilliant Diamond. Shining Pearl. Releasing worldwide in late 2021. So, technically, when they say late 2021, it's perhaps gonna be like. So, right now it's February, so it's probably gonna be close around like November, maybe. If I'm gonna guess correctly. This is just my hypothesis, but if it's like late 2021, I assume this might be around like November or perhaps even possible December. Which that's enough for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Which, not gonna lie, I kind of enjoyed seeing all of the previous generations. Now there is like another game that's coming out, but it's kind of like a DLC. I'm not perfectly sure if this is a DLC to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, but I'll kind of show part of it. So this I have to turn it down a little so it doesn't be that too loud for everyone. So here we go. Yeah, this reminds me of Sword and Shield, not gonna lie, and I kind of like it. It really does feel like Sword and Shield, which they introduced this mechanic. It's different compared to some others. They made it more different compared to Sword and Shield, is what I'm gonna like best to say. Yeah, it kind of has like the same animations, sort of like Sword and Shield, but it also has some different mechanics to it, to where it feels like a different game introduced. It just feels, it gives me some sort of different vibe. Not gonna lie, where it feels kind of like a new game. That's just weird right there. And these are kind of like new outfits. And this is when they introduce some of the starters, but um, I've seen some posts, like community posts, where when these characters were like wearing these ninja like outfits, they were kind of like bringing in starters that kind of involved in like perhaps like weapons and stuff. Where Ashwa and his evolution involves in being like a samurai. Rowlet, which the freaking owl right here in the middle, kind of like represents the archer in like the fine evolution. And now type evolution, well, Cyndaquil, I'm not fully sure. Which y'all guys can leave in the comment if you wanna, well, tell me what he's supposed to be actually. But for the most part, this mystery is remain unsolved. So what this is gonna apparently supposed to be, it's, well, I'm gonna kind of just continue forward a little. This is just the three of them. Here we go. Get ready for them to introduce it. It's the god itself. That's I'm not really entirely sure if this is like a DLC or this is gonna be a separate game. So this is gonna be like perhaps the most interesting of the game, because it kind of gives you the Sword and Shield vibes at the same time. But that's enough about this right now. Um, you guys can leave a like, subscribe if you want, and let me know about your thoughts in the comments if you guys ever feel like it. As always, peace out.